Was there anything worse than playing Mario Kart with your buddies growing up and one of your friends comes from like 12th place all the way back to first with a bullet and then hits you, knocks you off the course on his way? Nothing worse in the whole world. Well, the good thing is that didn't happen to the Baltimore Ravens this weekend because I believe they dodged an absolute bullet. What are you talking about, Joey? This is what I'm talking about. Ian Rapoport broke the news on Saturday night that the 49ers are trading for wide receiver Deebo Samuels for a 5th-round draft pick. And let me just tell you, I'm very, very happy that Baltimore wasn't the one to make the deal. I'll talk about why on the rest of today's video. But before that, make sure to hit that sub button, okay? Because we are only 77 subs away from 28,500 subscribers. I need you guys to help me get there. We've been growing like crazy right here on the channel. So thankful. So if you're not already on the wagon, go ahead. Join us today by hitting that sub button. This is what the trade looked like. Commanders received Deebo Samuel. 49ers receive a 2025 5th-round pick. And honestly, it's not like they gave up a ton. That's not what I'm worried about. It's the fact that they'll have to pay him, and they're trading for, in my opinion, a very aging wide receiver. And that's why I think that this is a massive bullet dodged, okay? I know Deebo Samuel had some fantastic years with San Francisco. But I don't think he has that many great years ahead of him. If he wasn't named Deebo Samuel, okay, if he didn't have the name value that he does, I don't think anybody would trade anything to take on that contract, okay? Now, I think he'll be an interesting fit in a Cliff Kingsbury offense. I think he'll do interesting things with Washington coming up in 2025, but I'm just happy that Baltimore's not the one making the move for him. And it's like, I can hear all of you saying, Joey, who said that they were going to be in it? You know who said it? Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee show. Right after Deebo Samuel requested a trade, Adam Schefter said, I could see him in Baltimore. I could see him in a lot of places. Any of those AFC North teams make sense. So I believe, because of what Adam Schefter is saying, the most source guy in the National Football League, that Deebo to Baltimore was a legitimate possibility, okay? This wasn't just a rumor that you see on the 33rd team, that you see on Bleacher Report, that you see on Twitter from NFL rumors. No, this was legit. Adam Schefter, the first team he said was, I could see Baltimore. And then he could see the rest of those AFC North teams, okay? And the fact that they didn't trade for him, I think is massive, okay? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you wish the Ravens would have traded for Deebo Samuel? Do you disagree with me? Let me know by giving me a yes or give me a no in the comment section down below, whether or not you wish the Ravens traded for Deebo. So let's talk about the reasons why I'm happy. Number one, he has taken a massive, massive decline, okay? He just isn't he's not a productive wide receiver anymore, okay? If you look at what he did against press coverage in 2024, he ran 85 routes, got targeted 19 times, 9 catches, 179 yards, and a less than 50% catch rate. On 85 routes, he only caught 9 balls, okay? I don't know about you guys. That doesn't sound great to me. Okay, let's just put press coverage away from it. Let's just say yards per game, receiving yards per game. How has he been doing? Well, not well in that either, okay? 2021, he had 87.8 yards a game. 2022, he had 48.6 yards a game. 2023, 59.5, and then down to 44.7 in 2024. And then you tell me, Joey, it's okay because he can run the ball as well. No, he can't. He had 3.2 yards a carry in 2025. In 2024, that should say. His longest rush was 13 yards. 13 yards. So when he used to be used as a pass catcher and a ball carrier, he can't do that anymore. And also, he's kind of fat, okay? I don't want to body shame. Especially because for those of you who were with us on our watch party against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I know Jack was there. I took my shirt off. I don't have a great body. You guys in the comment section let me know. But you are a NFL wide receiver / ball carrier. He looks like he's gained a little bit of weight. Okay, I know it's the offseason. I know he can practice his way back into shape over the next couple of months, but he's just not worth trading for, in my opinion. Okay, that's reason number one. Number two, just flat out, plain and simple, he costs more than he's worth. Okay, a lot of times it's confusing what you pay a guy that you traded for, right? Well, it's very simple, honestly. You pay his base salary plus any roster bonuses that he had. Okay, so he had a base salary of $16.6 million. He had a roster bonus of $750,000, and then he had a workout bonus of $200,000. So you're paying him about $17.5 million when you're sitting at only $11.25 million in cap space. So not only, if you would have traded him, would you have had to overpay him for what he's worth, you would have to overpay him for then what you have. Okay, you would have to move a ton of things around, make this work to get a guy in that I don't believe would have been worth it. Okay, and also, DaCosta said recently he's very optimistic that Baltimore will re-sign Ronnie Stanley. Okay, and so you're choosing basically, they would have chosen a guy like Deebo Samuel over a guy like Ronnie Stanley, which I believed would have been, or I would have believed, was the worst decision. Okay, so pick one for me. If you had to choose, hypothetically, would you have rather the Ravens traded for Deebo Samuel or the Ravens re-sign Ronnie Stanley? Let me know in the comment section down below by giving me a DS or an RS. What you guys all should do down below is go to the comments, go to the description of today's video, and click on our link, chatsports.com/Ravens t-shirt. That'll take you to the Fanatics website where you can find this shirt that was $30 and it is now only $20. Okay, if you can do the quick math, that is 33% off. I don't know about you guys, but the weather is getting phenomenal down here in Dallas, Texas. Okay, I've got the pullover on right now, but I was rocking a t-shirt all weekend long. And if the weather, as it warms up towards summer, and you want to look your best, you want to feel your best, you want to rock your favorite team, head over to chatsports.com/Ravens t-shirt to get this t-shirt for 33% off. Again, link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Let's talk about reason number 3 why I am happy is I just don't think he would have fit very well in this wide receiver room because, in my opinion, he's just a carbon copy of what this room already has size-wise, okay? Deebo Samuel, 6 foot. You know who else is 6 foot? Basically everybody in this room. Besides Zay Flowers, he's 5'9", okay? And Keith Kirkwood's 6'3". But Lord knows Keith Kirkwood did not catch a pass this past season, okay? Aguilar 6 foot, Bateman 6'1", Walker 6'1", Wallace is 5'11". You already have all those guys in your room already. You don't need another 6-footer. I want a big-bodied wide receiver. I want Lamar Jackson to have a guy that he can give jump balls to down the field, jump balls to at the goal line. He really hasn't even had that in his entire career. And you know who isn't that? Deebo Samuel isn't that. Okay, he's not even close to that. So there's many, many reasons why I believe that this team dodged a bullet this last weekend without trading for Deebo Samuel, okay? And because of that, I'm just really pumped and very, very, I don't want to say proud of Eric DaCosta, but was a phenomenal decision by him for not trading for Deebo Samuel. Okay, I know Commanders fans are pumped up right now. I know they're really excited. They got a guy on their team that is a household name. Even if you don't follow football, you kind of know who Deebo Samuel is. And that might be, attractive to trade for a guy like that. You'd see the graphic everywhere. Think of this Ravens defense, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Deebo Samuel. Well, I argue that Deebo Samuel, Ravens offense, I'd argue that Deebo Samuel really doesn't add much to your offense anymore. I think he's past his prime. I think he's far past his prime. He might be worth a 5th-round pick, and if he was getting paid like $8 million a year, sure, I'd swing it. But I'm not giving up my 5th and then also paying him $17 million. I think it was a great decision by Eric DaCosta. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This is the Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Petersen. If you guys could do us a solid favor, help us get to 28.5K on today's channel by hitting that sub button.